Good afternoon. My name is Uma Maheshwari. Here we are just going to discuss about the topic of evolution, mitosis and then meiosis, which comes under the unit of genetic and immune system in the subject name of biology for engineers. Here the immune system, how the immune system protects the body from toxins and the foreign agents. Here it has been divided into so many subtitles like rapid and then non-specific and then which has been adaptive, that is very slow and specific with some responses. Here the key components which has been used are physical barriers like skin and then mucus and then cells and then molecules. Here the response for this one is the inflammation and the photosynthesis and then complement proteins. Here the adaptive responses are B cells, antibodies and the cellular T cells. Here the visual diagram shows the initiative and then adaptive immunity cell timeline. Here this is the immune system, like we have some bone and then marrow in this one, and the skin, the white blood cells and then spleen, thymus and then etc. Here this is the image of this immune system. Like here it plays the genetics also plays an important role, that is a significant role in this immune system. Why? Because it has been influencing both its initial response to the threats, that is an innate immunity and an adaptive immunities. Here we have two immunity system. One is innate and then adaptive. What is that innate and then adaptive? This calls, like the response to the threats is called as innate immunity and the long-term protection is called as a adaptive immunity. Here this genetic plays an important role. Why? Because the genetic variation can also affect the immune system, like it can affect the efficiency of the immune cells, and it has been diversity of immune receptors, and it is also impacting an individual's susceptibility to diseases, and it is also their ability for response to vaccines. While genetics provides the foundation, here the environmental factors plays a crucial role in shaping the immune health. The importance of cell surfaces in immunity is it has been up to 20,000 human genes may be involved in immune responses, which has been directly or indirectly. Say for example, like cell surfaces, blood groups and RH level, everything it has been considered for this importance of this immunity one. Here the illustration of red blood cells with AB0 antigens, and the foreign antigens triggers the immune responses leading to an antibody and antibody protections. Here the cell surfaces display self antigens that has been that the immune system recognize the distinguish between the self and non-self here. Here the next one is importance of cell surfaces for the immunity. Say for example, for each and every human, the blood group has been differed. So the same likewise, the cells of this count is also been divided into 6, 7, 8 categories. Here it is been it is named as the genes and then innate immune systems and then genes and adaptive immune system. Here the genes and innate immune system provides the immediate non-specific defense against the pathogens. The genetic factors can also influence the function of innate immunity systems. For example, the genetic variation might impact the protection of function of proteins involved in recognizing the triggering inflammation. Here the genes, the threat of biodiversity is biodiversity. What is that one? The immune response or polygenic, which has been involving many genes that are control the susceptibility or resistance to the diseases. Here the effective immunity results from an antigen interaction with IR genes and then antigen specific, and it has been regulate the humoral or cellular responses. Here these are all the threats of biodiversity. Here it has been the 9 variations are there. The introduction to nucleic acid. Nucleic acid is nothing but it has two types. One is DNA and next one is RNA. The DNA is the one which has been stable and long-term storage of genetic code in the nucleus. The RNA is a temporary messenger for protein synthesis and gene expression. The importance of this one is like it encodes the instruction for all the biological processes including the immune responses. The visual, that is The diagram comparing RNA and DNA differs, like the nucleic acids are macromolecules that stores and transmits the genetic information. These are all the nucleic acids example. Here we have seen in the higher secondary schools, we have seen this one. And the structure of nucleic acids are DNA. It has been divided into two types. One is DNA basis and another one is RNA basis. Here the DNA basis is a double-stranded helix stabilized by hydrogen bonds, and the RNA is single-stranded, can fold into complex shapes for functions like mRNA. The visual is labeled diagram of the nucleic toxid and DNA double hexix with base pairing. Here the structure is like it contains the sugar level, like deoxyribose in DNA and ribose in RNA. The next one is, these are all the DNA and then RNA structures. The next one is assessment questions for your reference and the activity. Thank you. We'll see the next video in the next class. Thank you.